Welcome to the Santiago Bros Podcast. Today we have none other than Nasean, Mr. Bor Be Comfortable himself.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell us how you got started in the clothing game?
Just growing up around fashion. Really, my mom's, she's a fashionista. She has all the accessories, all the heels, all of the clutches, all of the clothes, So, just seeing her, how, she did it, and how, she dressed herself and growing up around that. And then just being in the area that I was in Patterson and Passaic, fashion was just what people did. That's how people expressed themselves. So, I was always into it. But, just when I got older and I got bigger, I wasn't always able to fit everything that everyone was wearing. So, I kind of was limited with, what I could wear and, how many different combinations I can do. So I was more kind of like a sneakerhead. Like I had a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
But, clothing wise, I really couldn't do too much. Like, people would be like, yo, let's go to the mall, and I'd be like, for what? Like I can't fit nothing in there. I can't buy nothing. Like I'm a 4 or 5X at that, at that point. So I just thought like, listen, let me just make my own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me make something that that's dope. Nothing too crazy. Nothing to where like you only could wear it if you go out. Like I want to make something that it's versatile, something that you could wear with sweats, you can wear with jeans, you can wear to the club, you could just wear if you're going to get your hair done, you just going somewhere,
Yeah.
But something that kind of stood out. So a lot of trial and error with the logo.
Yeah.
Figuring out what direction I want to go in with it. I really didn't have a clue. Honestly, I just was like going out on a whim, just waiting for something to really catch my eye until, I just really just sat down and thought about what I really was into, what I really liked, like what really was me. And one thing that I always loved was roses.
Yeah.
Because, the rose, the rose is just something that's beautiful, whether, it's small or it's fully blossom, you're always going to get them. And so I thought, what, let me do something with the rose. But still, again, I didn't know which direction I want to go in.
Yeah.
So basically, I came up with the logo with one of my good friends, Jay. You follow her, A Visual Bells. She's amazing. She's actually the only person that really seen my vision. She stuck with me months coming up with the logo, and we got the logo.
The rose.
Yeah, the rose. It took months, bro. Like it took months, but
yeah.
She stuck with me, and we came up with that. So that's basically how I got into it.
So what does Bor mean?
So Bor, technically, it's pronounced wine for everyone out there.
Wine.
So when y'all saying Bor, y'all technically aren't saying it correctly. It's really pronounced wine.
Yeah.
It means skin in Hungarian.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Skin. So I guess that's what Bor Be Comfortable means, right?
Yeah.
And being comfortable in your own skin.
That's the motto, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to you? Because for me, when I lived in Idaho, for me, being comfortable in my own skin meant, being comfortable with the color of skin I was, being comfortable in who I was as a man, being comfortable as being myself. And, your designs, your clothing actually inspired me to be, better to myself in a way that of like respecting myself and understanding that I'm a little bit, I'm different than where I was, where everyone was white at the moment. And it's okay to, be a minority in that situation.
Right.
And being comfortable with it and being confident in it more. you know, and so, you know, that's what it did for me. So I'm guessing that's what it did for you in a way.
Yeah, you actually hit it on. You hit the nail in the coffin. You know, again, just people who know me, and for the people that don't know me, I was a very big individual. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's people out there. You know, there's big people out there that are very confident. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You feel like you weren't?
Nah.
I feel like you were. I feel like you were like a shining star. I mean, that's me.
Like, yeah, but, you know, that was always the persona, though. You know,
Yeah.
that was just something that I was putting on because, you know, I just didn't want people to see that I really wasn't happy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that just, you know, how it came off. But, you know, I wasn't confident. You know, I wasn't comfortable with my skin. You know what I'm saying? Until I got to a certain point where it was just like, at the end of the day, this is who I am. This is how I am. You know, can't nobody's look, how they look at me, no one's words, no one's messages, nothing can hurt me, harm me, or change me. So, you know, this is what God made me to be. So
Wow.
that's basically where the motto came from, and, you know, where a lot of the designs come from, you know, just sending out that message of being comfortable, because there are a lot of people out there that aren't comfortable, you know, with who they are and how they are. But I just want to spread a message, just letting people know, like, whether you big, small, black, white, Hispanic, religious, non-religious, whatever you identify as, whatever your sexuality, like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all one. Like, if that's who you are, that's who you are. If someone doesn't accept you, or a certain group of people doesn't accept you like that, then you're not wrong. They're wrong. You know what I'm saying? You continue being you, because at the end of the day, you are what's going to get you where you need to go, not them. So you being comfortable, when you feeling confident, and you loving yourself the way you need to be, that's what's going to get you where you need to be. Not the love and the opinions of others. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it's about, man. Just being confident and comfortable in your own skin. Just, you know, letting the world know just who you are. At the end of the day, so you gonna accept me or you not. But you gotta keep moving. You just gotta accept it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I never saw that. I never saw that as a perspective in your life, because to me, I always saw you as a confident person. But it strikes me, you know, that we were so close and I couldn't even see that. So you don't know what another person's thinking, you know, half the time. And I mean, it's amazing that made you make such a crazy, or such a beautiful, I think, such a interesting design.
Yeah.
You know, you made something that, you know, it took a while to express, but you expressed it.
Right.
You know, I appreciate that a lot.
Nah, I appreciate those words, bro.
Yeah,
really.
Because I mean, you know, these things are what, you know, make us move forward. Like you said, we have to go through adversity in every way, and I mean, you know, for you to grow as a person, you have to think about those moments that, you know, made you the person that you are. You know, like, you know, learning how to be comfortable in your own skin. As a man, learning your plight, you know?
Right.
Like, learning the way that you're going to grow and be perceived to other people, and understanding that you want to be up here, but you feel like you're here.
Yeah.
You know? And it's crazy because in the last episodes of this podcast, we talked about that a lot. And I wasn't expecting that, you know, but that's what Bor is. That's what wine is. Wine Be Comfortable is, you know, I guess the brand that you want to make everyone feel included.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's your, or I know now that's what you're doing it for. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, a lot of my designs is, you know, most of them are messages. Like the one that I did last year for Black History Month. The We Love Us.
Yeah.
You know, which was my biggest and best seller.
Yeah.
You know.
Can we pull that up, Alex?
But
you have it on your Instagram page, correct?
Yeah.
The Wheel of Us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was it's funny because that design, I wanted to do that design, but I didn't know what I wanted it to say. Like I didn't know if I wanted to say, you know, we love us or we love this. I didn't know at the time. It's funny because my barber, the one who gave me the final product, he was like, nah.
Wow.
I forgot what the other option was. Sorry, I forgot what the other
Your
option
barber.
was. Yeah, my barber. Because I was like, should I do this one or should I do We Love Us?
Sorry, the yellow and black hoodie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's the one I got, guys. I was looking for it. But it's somewhere. It's you know, I'll post pictures of it later on with you know, me wearing all the merch, you know, like the wine black, your original wine with Bor with the black rose, or the red rose but the black shirt. Yeah. That one is, you know,
the very first one.
Yeah. And that one is so beautiful to me. That big rose, the B, the R, and you know, even the two, like the painting marks. Yeah. What does that mean?
So if you look up Bor, or if you look up skin in Hungarian, it's B-O with the asterisk R. Ah. So what I did was I just replaced the O with the rose. I kept the asterisk. Right. So the rose with the asterisk, that's like my signature. Right. You know, like even when I do like the sweats and things like, or like what I have on now. Yeah. I just put the rose with the asterisk.
But the asterisks are also like painting marks. They're like brushes.
Yeah, we decided to do that.
Wow. Yeah, that's
just to change it up because the asterisk was kind of like basic. So I was like, you know what, let's just do something that's maybe like a little different.
I think that's what it's like. It's like the topping on the cake. Yeah, it's like what makes it, you know, like like it makes it look even more, because it already looks elegant with the B, the rose, and the R. But then with the two asterisks, it makes it look. That's it. That's a stamp.
Like it
completes it. Yeah. And you feel all of that. You feel all of that in your designs. Honestly, it's crazy because, you know, like I always look at myself as an artist. I used to draw when I was little. I used to be the stoop kid.
I remember.
Yeah. So you know, it's so weird that
nice though. You was nice.
I wasn't anything special, but you know, seeing you develop into your own artist is so, I mean, mesmerizing for one, shocking number two. Right? Yeah. So how did you get there? Like, I mean, like you said, I mean, you know, I don't know who says this, but if you can look up this quote, it's basically this. It says, you can't make art unless you're depressed.
Right.
Or you can't make good art unless you're depressed.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because you have to have something that makes you so vulnerable and makes you want to express yourself so much than pain.
Yeah. So that just goes back to, you know, not being confident. Things like I was depressed. Man. Wow. For years I was depressed, man. And this actually saved me. It saved me.
Saved you?
Yeah, it saved me, man. Because I was in a very dark place for years, and nobody knew about it. My family, friends, no one. You know, I just always kept a smile on my face. Yeah. And I just kept it moving. But this was just something that it allowed me to express myself. It allowed people to see, sort of what's in my mind and sort of how I feel and things like that. And then when I got the good reactions and people was like, yo, like the message you sending is dope, plus the design and the quality. Yeah. And it made me feel like a sigh of relief. Like, okay, like someone finally gets it. Yeah, like somebody finally gets it. Like I don't feel like, nobody gets me no more. So this was the clothing thing. Just really, it's what allowed me to be me.
Yeah.
And allowed me to prosper. It allowed me to move forward with my life. I feel like without me doing clothing, I just would have been stuck in a place where I don't know where I would have been.
Wow. That's so crazy to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. You know, guys, we all, like, for me, I'm a person that if I moved to Idaho, out of all places, right? And and I moved to LA, out of all places, right? Because I wanted something that I felt like you said, like I was in a dark place. I wanted to find something. I wanted to find my way, you know. And it's so for you, it's crazy to hear that. So, I mean, I guess before that, you went to Cali, and you did the whole football experience. And tell me about that. And did that affect anything in your decisions of making clothing beforehand?
Not until like a couple of years later. I went out to California went to college to play football. You know, growing up, football, that was my life. You know, I thought I was gonna be the next big thing coming out. You know, unfortunately, things don't happen the way you expect them to.
Right.
So going out there, I spent a year out there, and then I came back, and I really just didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in. By time that was my sophomore year, I'd already been to 2 colleges, going to my 3rd college, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. And then
the journey.
Yeah, I just one day, again, I forget the friend that asked me to go to the mall. Whoever you are, thank you. But they asked me to go to the mall, and I was like, for what? Like I'm just gonna walk around. And I'm like, I can't buy nothing. I can't feel anything. So, only thing I'm going to do is buy something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And ever since that day, I just felt like, nah, I'm going to make my own stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to spend $60, $70 on a T-shirt that I'm going to wear like twice.
Yeah.
For what? When I could just make my own and be happy with it. And I can do it how I want to do it.
Yeah.
So, since that day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get into the whole clothing thing. I mean, that was a process in itself. Like I told you, it took months just, for the logo and then the whole legal process of getting everything legalized and things like that. That was a process in itself. And then finding someone to do the printing and getting the shirts and things like that. That was an even longer process.
Research and development.
Yeah, so once I found my guy, Ricardo Capace, he kind of took off from there. He was another one where he told me, listen, it's gonna come out 95% of your logo, but I could do it. Compared to everyone else, was like, nah, the rose is too complex, it's too much details, the shadowing, and I'm like, whatever. They was like, but we could do it, but it's gonna cost you this much and that much. And I'm like, what? Like, we talking like $3,000 for like a couple shirts. Yeah. So I'm like, nah. So, once everything got set into place, and then I got that first packaging, my first order in. It took off from there. And then I took the year break. I took a year break. So this started in 2018.
Right.
And then I took 2019 off, and then I came back 2020 with the We Love Us, and then since then, things have just been rolling.
Yeah.
So
talk about I know you had some kind of designs that you made for some schools.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about that? I mean, it's crazy to see, everything that you've gone through and becoming not just an artist, but, a clothing designer, right? And making a clothing brand, and then getting to work with universities and with a school.
Yeah, so one of my former teammates that I played with in semi-pro, JT, he reached out one day like, yo, you know I'm the head coach of the girls basketball team up at Hillside High School. I'm like, oh, word.
Right.
I'm like, that's what's up, bro. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I want you to do something for me. So I'm like, what's up? You know, what you need? He was like, yeah, you know, everyone see you. You know, I'll be wearing, you know, the sweater because he had bought a couple of sweaters off me, the We Love Us, and then he had bought another sweater off of me. He was like, yeah, everybody digging it, like they like it.
Right.
He was like, I'm wondering if you could do the warm ups for the girls team. So I'm like,
Wow.
I didn't even say yeah. All I said was when you need it by.
Yeah.
When you need the design
When you
by.
need it
He was like, shit, as soon as possible. So, you know, we got that done. We got the design done, and I sent it over. He was like, I needed to get approved from the AD.
Right.
He said the AD loved it, and we took it from there. So I got those. That was dope. That was actually one of my favorite designs.
Yeah.
And then he got another job at New Jersey City University.
Right.
Then he basically did the same thing. Hit me like, yo, I showed them, you know, the warm she did for Hillside. You know, they want to know if you can do it for the girls team.
Right.
I'm like, again, when you need it by. You know? So
When you need it by.
We got that done, and then I got them known, man. That was dope too. It was a dope experience, you know, just seeing your product being out there. People want your product, not just, you know, one person. Like, again, one person want it, I'm satisfied. I feel great.
Right.
And then going to a whole organization wanting it, then the whole school wanting it, because now your parents want it, and, you know, faculty and things, you know.
Right.
It's a humbling experience,
Yeah.
but also it's a great feeling, you know, that, you know, people appreciate your work, and, you know, things are actually happening, especially in times where, you know, with this fashion thing, you know, things get slow. You know, everything isn't always fast paced. Things get slow. So, you know, when things get slow and then you get an opportunity like that, it's a blessing. So,
Right.
you know, that was definitely amazing.
Yeah. And another thing too is, I mean, to get where you are, there's a lot of competition. I mean, you know, there's so many people who, you know, are making clothing, and, you know, what makes you stand out? What made you feel like you have I don't want to say a better design, because, you know, everything is, all art is, you know, basically subjective.
Yeah.
So what makes you stand out? I mean, other than, I know that you have a lot of emotions, and everything was, when you made your design, it meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I guess that answers itself, but you tell me.
It's two things. One is just loving art.
Yeah.
You know, loving art. You know, this is something that I love to do. It's not something that I like to do, or something that I'm doing for the money, or something I'm doing just to do. Like, this is something that I love to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I am doing. This is what I want to be my job in the future. You know, like, so I'm going to go hard at it. So whatever I decide I'm going to put out, it has to be the best. And that's how I feel.
That's,
you
like,
know?
That's like me.
And, you know, just seeing other people's art and appreciating their art too.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing a lot of people don't do. They don't appreciate other people's work.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone's work, because I know the time and the dedication and everything that you put into it. You know, if that's your final product and you're happy with it, I can appreciate that, because I know the time that you put in to get that.
Right.
And number two is, I embrace the competition.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't embrace competition. A lot of people don't like competition.
Yeah.
They want to be the only one. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be the only one. You're not.
Never.
It's never going to happen like that.
Never.
So embrace it, because once you embrace it, you're not going to feel as if you're competing.
When did you become a competitor? Like how? Like obviously through football, but I mean, talk about how you like. How do you feel as a competitor now, in the past, and in now? Because it sounds to me like you're a competitor. You want to win
all the time. It's basically how I grew up, where I'm from. Like, I was born in Passaic.
Right.
You know, I migrated to a whole bunch of other cities, and then I landed in Patterson,
Right.
and Patterson raised me.
Right.
So, being from there and playing football, and matter of fact, we could take the football out of it. Just being from there and growing up there, and, you know, my mom being a single mom and raising me, and it's me and her. It's competition. You have to be hungry. You gotta have that ambition to do anything and to get anything.
Yeah.
So just from seeing my mom grind and seeing what she had to do to put me through Catholic school to play football and things like that made me hungry. That made me ambitious. That made me want to listen, man. Like, I want to get to the point where my mother ain't got to do that, you know, too much longer. You know, I want a life for myself. I want a life for my family. So, you know, I just feel like you had to eat, you had to compete, you had to be hungry, you know, coming from where we came from.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you add on the football and then, you know, things like that. But, you know, basically just my environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely football helps too. The hood will raise you, right? And the streets will bring you, and, you know, your parents will teach you the right way. Football, but there's also football will discipline you and make it be like, you know, there's someone right behind me that wants my job. Yeah. You know? So
it gave me that discipline.
Yeah.
It gave me the discipline. You know, going to Patterson Catholic, being one of the top schools in the state,
New Jersey,
every year.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't an easy day.
Yeah.
You know, you practice from 4 o'clock to 8, 4 o'clock to 8:30.
Man, that's crazy.
You know, every day.
Yeah.
And you're going against the top of the top dudes. So
trying to make it to the best colleges.
Right. So, you know, it basically gave me that X factor to be like, listen, I need to get in the starting lineup. This guy's trying to get in the starting lineup. There's already somebody already in the starting lineup. Yeah. Two people got to lose. Yeah. You know, and
2 people.
Yeah, you know, 2 people got to lose at the end of the day. We're teammates, but at the end of the day, 2 people have to lose. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that it sounds like that, but that's the harsh reality of it. Yeah. And, you know, as much as I admired them because they're my teammates, and again, I know the work that they put in, I got to somehow try to get on top. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you sound like a winner. So, I don't doubt you for shit.
Talk about these 2 shirts right here, because I'm about to display them all.
Yeah.
All right, so this shirt right here, this actually came about when I was trying to do something for Pride Month. And we did a tri-blend, and that one took off. That one and the blue and pink one, it took off. Like, everyone loved it. Yeah. You know, to this day, they ask me about the shirt, or, you know, or am I doing a different colorway and things like that. Yeah. So, you know, this was definitely a good one. But this one right here, the Buddha, that is my second bestseller. Yeah. It is neck and neck with the We Love Us. The Buddha is my personal favorite. Yeah. Because it just, besides the design being what it is, the symbolization of it, you know, just the Buddha, you know, just another big person being happy. Every time you see a Buddha, he happy. He always got his shirt off. He's showing his skin. And people look up to the Buddha. People worship the Buddha. The Buddha's looked at as a sacred thing. Yeah. So, you know, I just wanted to put something on there. Just, again, to remind people, you know, again, you could be skinny, you could be big, you know, you're going to be worshipped regardless. You're your own person regardless. So I just felt like the Buddha just just letting people who are bigger know that it doesn't matter. Yeah. People are going to like you regardless. People are going to look at you for what you've done and not how you look regardless. Yeah. So besides the design, just the symbolization of the Buddha shirt is That's my favorite shirt. My favorite design.
Yeah, but not just the Buddha, but the all the colors and everything on there. I mean, it just seems like a very, very, very well put together design. All these things. It takes a lot for these designs to come out.
Yeah,
so that's why
it
I
takes
said
hours, man. Me and my guy Ricardo, we sit down for hours. I have these. I'm a more visual person. I can't sit down and plan designs. Like I need to see something. I need to think of something that a memory or something. That's how I get most of my designs. And a lot of designs are on accident.
Yeah.
So we'll sit down and I have, what I want us to work on, what I thought and how I want it to go, and it doesn't come out the way I want it.
Right.
So then we start playing around with other ideas, and then boom, we create something that's dope. And that's how that one came about. The back of it is a dragon.
Yeah.
The dragon was really supposed to be on the sleeve, but it wasn't gonna come out the way I wanted it.
Right.
So again, playing around with things, we was gonna make it 2 shirts instead of 1. We just gonna put the dragon on the front of the shirt, but I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah.
So he was like, how about put it on the back?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me see. So once he did it, I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny. Like, every time we come up with a design, we kind of say it at the same time. Like, he does this thing where he's looking at it like this, and he goes like this. And then while he's doing that, I'm looking at it too, and I go, yeah, that's it. And then we know that that's the one. Like, that's the one that's, everyone's going to like. That's the one that's it's going to pop out.
Yeah. So you guys feel it.
Yeah.
Fill it out. So, do you have any plans in the future, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, definitely. Design wise, I have, tons.
Yeah.
30 plus designs waiting. It's just, picking the right one.
Right.
I think that's one of the hardest parts, because you like all your designs, but you just kind of want to pick the right one for the right time.
Right.
So, designs definitely have some more designs coming out. I have a lot of my old stuff coming back out. I'm gonna restock, and I'm gonna do some different colorways with a lot of the shirts, because again, with that's my original logo. You got the red one, you got the tri-blend, I got the gold,
right.
You got the different color shirts, so I can mix it up so many ways depending on the seasons and things like that. So I'm
You still have the gray and the color one, like this one? No, like the one with the pink, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need one of those.
Yeah, definitely. I got you. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Some more new designs, and then I'm working with a guy right now. Coming out with a fragrance. We got a fragrance coming out, and
that's not top secret stuff.
Nah.
Oh, you have more top secret stuff?
Yeah,
we can't talk about that.
I got 2 other top secret things that I got, that we're working on right now.
Oh wait,
but I can't put it out because I want to be the first to do it.
Yeah.
One of them, I'm gonna be the first to do it in this area.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the first to do it.
Okay.
The second one,
You heard it here first.
you heard it first on the Santiago Bros Podcast.
Yeah.
Listen, and when they come out, they're gonna be the first ones to have me.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We're gonna debut it on here.
That's
and then
what's up.
I got another big move in the works right now. It's a big move. It's gonna take a little while, but it's a big move.
Yeah.
But everything's coming together. I got a lot of things going on behind the scenes. A lot of people ask me, why I don't post as much.
Right.
First, everyone who knows me, I'm not a social media person. I don't post on social media, but I just been working, trying to get things in order, trying to take this thing to the next level. I've met so many people, I've networked with so many people, and a lot of opportunities, have came up, and basically just sorting out what I really want to do and moving on it. I'm more of a person that I'd rather just pop out on y'all with this and this and that,
right?
and then we take it from there. So the absence hasn't been because I haven't been working. Has been because I've been working. So yeah, of course.
Same thing with us.
Of course,
same thing with us. Sometimes
when you pop up with something new,
boom.
Yeah, people gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah,
that's what he was doing. That's what he was up to. So you got a lot of things in the works right now.
That's good. We do too. Just so you know. But 2020 was a horrible year, and it sounds like you're coming up from it, rather good, right? Because for me, it was a learning experience. 2020 for us was, the hardest year of my life, and that being said, I learned from it. I made decisions on what I'm gonna do in my future, how I'm gonna progress as a person, and I have goals, and I'm gonna reach them. And every week I feel it like getting a little bit closer. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like the smell. I feel the blood in the water. Like I'm a shark right now. It's smelling. And I'm ready to eat. I'm like ready to pounce on it, but I just gotta be a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah. 2020 was rough.
Yeah,
it was rough.
It was really rough.
It's weird. It's wild because I was rolling in the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, me too.
I was rolling, man. Yeah. I came out with the We Love Us. I came out with the long sleeve Be Comfortable shirts.
Yeah.
The Buddha. I had just got the Buddha design, and I had just got the Tri Blend, the autism awareness. Like I had things ready to go. I actually had a store contract lined up that I was gonna do the Buddha release at.
Yeah.
And then the very next week, COVID hit.
Yeah.
Contract off.
That's
the
crazy.
table. So
wow.
during that time though, I didn't know what was gonna happen. Besides us worrying about our health and what's going on with the world. I'm like, I don't know what's up with this clothing stuff because like what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah. My shop is closed where I get my stuff made.
Oh man, that sucks.
I'm just in the house. So when things started to open up a little bit more, I started seeing a lot of designs. I started seeing a lot more people doing fashion.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
A little bit more competition.
Yeah, a little more competition. Yeah. Nah, and I say that because
it was that bad.
It's not even that they're bad. It's just that you can tell the people who really love to do it and the people who were just doing it because everyone was starting businesses.
Yeah.
Right. And now a lot of those businesses that started during the pandemic, fashion wise, a lot of them are starting to fizzle out. Because they're getting their life back.
Right.
But the ones who
love it,
been doing it prior to that, they still going strong. And then there's some ones that started during the pandemic that's dope.
Yeah.
And they doing better than me, which
God
is
bless
dope
them too. Yeah.
Yeah, which is dope. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah.
But I started seeing a lot of designs and a lot of new stuff coming out. So I'm like, hold on, people still doing this? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. I guess the shops is open.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta come out with something.
Yeah.
So, I came out with a couple of designs. It was slow. Because, where the people gonna wear this stuff at? You can't go outside.
Yeah.
They're gonna take pictures in the house. You know what I'm saying?
If you're fresh in the house, that's cool too.
I guess.
Sometimes.
So I get when things started to open back up more and people were able to go outside and go out to eat in the parks and stuff like that. I kind of got back into it slowly, and then I want to say I hit my stride maybe like in September, October. It's kind of when I hit my stride.
Of last year.
Yeah, of 2020 when I started to
a good
start rolling again. Yeah, start rolling again. I got a little slow again, because COVID and the holidays, money not coming in, in everyone's households,
It was tough. It was tough times,
so,
especially in New Jersey. It was pretty bad.
So, it got slow a little bit, and then it started picking up again when 2021 came about. And then shout out to my man Roy. He got me in contact with one of his childhood friends, and he has a store out in Harlem. And we was supposed to do something months ago, but schedules and things didn't line up. So a lot of things didn't go according to plan. But once we got everything settled, once we got everything done, 3 weeks ago I had the pop up at his store, Different Not Alike. Follow them at Different Not Alike on Instagram.
At Different Not Alike.
Yeah, we had the pop up there, and people was digging it, man. People was digging it, and the owner definitely was digging it.
Yeah.
So, you can shop Bor at Different Not Alike, and we're gonna be doing another one in June. We got some crazy designs coming out for that one. Some crazy designs out for that one.
That's good.
My first store, secured was an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that came out. And actually, just from doing that, I've met other people.
Yeah.
I met other businesses, and we collabing on some things. So this year so far has been great.
Epic.
It's been great. We got some more things coming about, a couple of more, opportunities as far as stores and things like that. So
that's good. That's good. You gotta expand the brand.
Trying to branch out.
Yeah. Now, I know 2020, like I said before, 2020 was a rough year. You recently had an experience with coronavirus.
Yeah.
I really want to, hear that story, and it's crazy because a lot of people, like for myself, I took it lightly. Mm-hmm. Then I hear your story, and it's to me it impacted me because it just makes me double guess my thoughts on it. So elaborate on what happened.
So basically I was supposed to go to this dinner.
Yeah.
The dinner was supposed to have very minimum people, close family. That's it. I agreed to go. When I get there, it's me and my girlfriend. When we get there, it's basically a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't stay there too long. I stayed there for about an hour, and that was a Saturday. That Tuesday, my girlfriend, she calls me. She goes, I can't taste the smell. So I'm like, oh man. I go get tested
that Tuesday.
Day. Yeah.
So like 2-3 days later.
Yeah. So I go get tested that Tuesday. Results come back Wednesday. I was positive. It was crazy because before they called me to tell me the results, I woke up and I'm throwing up. I have the craziest migraine. I'm like feeling like I just played like 3 football games. Like my body's feeling crazy. So once I found out I had it, it was an experience. 2 weeks of hell, I call it.
Wow.
Because I lost my taste. I lost my smell. I lost 23 pounds in like 6 days.
Yeah.
The chills, but also having a fever, sweating, just your body aching. It was bad. Yeah. So, and then, having to isolate. And my mother caught it. My mother ended up getting it, for me. And, that kind of messed me up, because that was the last thing that I wanted to happen. So, and not being able to check up on her, I want to because I have to isolate myself.
Yeah.
Was kind of crazy. And then me being scared, just hoping that nothing happens to her. So, isolating for 2 weeks. My 14th day, I'm getting admitted to the hospital because of the side pain. And I'm just thinking, it's just something that they're going to be able to take care of, quickly. And turns out there's blood clots in my lungs from the COVID, and I have a weakened heart. So I'm like, I'm scared. I'm sitting here. I'm by myself because I'm in isolation
Right.
because, of the COVID. So I'm in isolation for 3 weeks, 2 weeks at home, 1 week in the hospital, no visitors, nothing. There's no answers for me because, they still really don't have all the answers. And it was rough. The pain, not being able to take medication for the pain. They put me on like Percocets and morphine, and it's not helping. And then my pain is like at a 20. So imagine just having a 20 pain on a scale of 10 for 4 days straight, and medicine can't help. You can't sleep on your side. You can't sleep. You got to sleep straight on your back, and you in the hospital bed. And you're being waking up every 2 hours to do blood work, and you seeing 20 plus doctors, and they all giving you different kind of answers, but they really not. It's not a answer. It's scary because you don't know what's gonna happen. You got doctors saying that you should be on oxygen. Doctors saying that they're surprised I'm not on oxygen. Right. So I'm sitting there like, I just want to know what's going on. I just want to go home. I want to see my family, man. So 6 days I was in there. I was in there for 6 days. Things got better. The pain started to go down. My oxygen was always good, but they felt comfortable enough, with allowing me to go home. And normally I don't post, my personal life on social media, but I just wanted to post that message, that picture, and my experience, because I just wanted people to understand that this thing is still very real.
Right.
Some people have gotten the virus, have gotten over it, and think that because they have antibodies, they're perfectly fine. And there's different strains. So you can have antibodies for that strain, but there's other strains. So you can catch it again, and your conditions can be worse than that one that you had before. So it just was to let people know, just to still be careful. Like, live your life, but be very careful, because you never know who has it. You never know where you could get it from. Like, it can be as easily you going to the store to get groceries. You can get it, So, and I think, with it being starting to get warmer and the world opening up, people just was, like, I'm good, and you're not.
Yeah.
We're not good because, yeah, the cases are going down of people dying, but people are still dying.
Yeah.
People are still catching this thing. This thing is not going to go away anytime soon. So I just wanted to, just spread a little bit of light and, let people know, man, still mask up, still wash your hands, still do the proper protocols with this COVID thing, because, I've known people that passed away from it, and I was almost one of them.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to let people know, just...
How old are you?
27.
27.
And just let people know, man, just continue to take this thing serious. Still live your life. Like, I took from that experience to live my life. I have to live my life. I have to get it now, because my life was almost taken from me at 27 years old, and I still feel like I was in the hospital bed thinking I haven't accomplished anything that I wanted to accomplish yet. Not even half the stuff, not even 25% of the stuff that I want to get done, I was able to get done. And I may not wake up tomorrow, because these doctors don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I took from it to live my life, but live my life cautiously. Right. Still take the proper protocols, with the COVID, and, follow the rules and do everything we need to do, but live your life. Do the stuff that you always wanted to do. Do the stuff that, is going to satisfy you, and that's going to bring joy and happiness to you and to your family. Do it. Don't take it for granted, because you never know. That way, it just take one day.
Yeah.
All right.
One day. All right. So, that's a crazy story, man. I'm happy that you're still here. I'm happy that, you were able to recover from, COVID, and, it takes a strong individual to make it through such a hard time. I mean, you got to think the hundreds of thousands of people who lost their lives, and you were a survivor of COVID.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you in that journey. Damn. So I wanted to know, obviously you have future plans. How do you feel going into, I guess, 2022 or the rest of 2021? We all have plans, but how do you feel? What is the next step in your journey? Summer coming.
So prior to COVID, I thought about winning. I'm gonna win this year. This gonna be the year where things start to take off. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But now, after COVID, post-COVID situation, I'm trying to demolish every expectation and every goal that I had and that I'm going to obtain. Because, goals come every day. But anything that I have planned or going to have planned, I'm trying to annihilate it. I'm trying to exceed my own expectations.
Yeah.
I don't want to prove nothing to nobody else, only to myself, that these goals that I have, and I have very high goals, I'm trying to shatter them.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Yeah. You never know. Well, I mean, I want to wish you the best in everything that you do.
Appreciate that.
Bor Be Comfortable is just getting started. We have so much to learn about it. I bet you have a lot of designs coming out. Stay tuned for the gray, pink.
Oh, yeah.
When hopefully I can wear it, next podcast or whenever I get that order in. But we have, the Bor Be Comfortable sweater on. I have the
Shoe and hearts.
I didn't even notice, but it says wine, right?
Yeah.
So wine. It says Bor here with the shooting.
See how we sneak up on you?
And then we have the Buddha over here. We have this was for what? The design again?
That was for that's the tri-blend.
Tri-blend? And what does that mean?
That tri-blend is just three colors that we put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have the rose one, which you're wearing.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of other designs too.
This is the love.
But that's the rose. That's the intricate rose. Yeah.
It's the back. You got shown the back of yours. This is the back right here.
A little more to the right.
A little more to the right.
Sit right there.
Yeah, I don't want to hit the mic. You know what I'm saying? But this is the back right here.
Love over everything.
Love over everything.
Love over everything.
Got the back of his.
What did that say?
Love, the heart, the hand going down the heart.
I'll take that.
Yo, we're flooded with merchandise, so yeah, I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I keep it.
They got stuff in the room.
Yeah, we've been stocked up.
They got more. They got more stuff on the way. So we here.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Follow that.
Yeah, so
shout your page out.
Yeah, so you can follow me at Bor Be Comfortable on Instagram, Bor on Facebook. TikTok coming soon.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the wave right now.
We're gonna show how
TikTok.
you make it or something.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I got a lot of things. I got like an itinerary for the TikTok.
That's good.
Yeah, so we got a lot of things coming. Follow me on social media, man.
Yeah.
We got some prize giveaways coming out soon. Some raffles and things like that.
That's dope.
So, stay tuned. Look out for the new merch. Look out for the new adventures I got coming out. Can't speak on. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Also, please like and subscribe our page. We have a lot of things coming out. We'll post your stuff here. We also have a new Instagram account, Santiago Bros Podcast. Please follow our page and keep in tune, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here, man.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Baby.
1.1.